Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be bringing you an After Effects tutorial on how to make anything you can imagine react to music using Trapcode plugins. So let's get right into it. Right before we start off, I want to show you what this looks like. First, I'm going to be using Particular and sound keys today. So let's check this out. Alright, that's what it looks like. It looks really cool, and I'm sure you guys are dying to know how to do it. Backstory is I was looking all over the place for stuff to do it, or on YouTube, YouTube basically to do, or to look up how to do this, and I couldn't find a good, concise, quick tutorial on how to do it. So I'm going to be doing it today for you really quick. So let's reset everything here. Let's delete this, and it should go back to looking like this. So nothing special, pretty boring. It doesn't react to your music. And of course that might be what yours looks like. Of course I've edited my particles so that they look a lot better, of course. And one or a couple things I want to stress before we go into this: make sure your particles per second is at a low number, 20 or 10 to 20. Is good, because once you have them react to the music, it's going to have to generate more to keep up with the frequency, and so you're going to be bombarded on your screen with a ton of particles, and we don't want that. So another thing is velocity is how you control the deepness, I like to call it, of basically zoomed in to your galaxy. And so if you drag this out, you're going to have congested little particles, and if you drag this forward, you're going to have more or less into Star Trek. Alrighty, I'm trying to get back onto 24. There we go. So let's get right into this. First of all, what we're going to need is to create a new layer. It's going to do Control Y to do that. And then we're going to go and hit sound keys over here. So we're just going to type in sound keys. It'll look like that. Now what you're going to do is link this up using audio layer, Phantom Sage away. Going to link that up, and then we're going to find our bass frequency. So we're going to go to the highest or most energetic, I don't know how to spell or speak today, energized part of the song, which is basically where the most amount of bass is, because the best results of a waveform or whatever, the biggest results are coming from the bass and probably the sparkly highs. And if you're a music producer like me, or have worked with music and you understand frequency, this is probably your hardest hitting point of your track. So you're going to use these red things to drag around and select the frequency, and as well as you can see on the master bar to the right, which is the green one over here, is going to tell you basically how loud or how much of an impact that specific frequency has. So let's go and highlight all the way up here, and now let's check this out. So it's pretty good. What if I were to put it over here? As you can see, it gets more powerful. So let's not get too crazy. Let's expand it out like that. And then you're going to make sure that if this is closed, open this, commands, make sure one is selected, click apply. It's going to take maybe a little while depending on how long your project or your song, or if you don't have a fast processor in your computer. So it's going to convert audio to keyframes and stuff like that. And so what you're going to do now is you can actually hide this, and you're going to have to open two things. You're going to open Particular, open the layer, which is Particular on the timeline. Drag this up so you get more room to work with, and then obviously the effects, Particular, have that open. Now what you're going to go is go down to the physics time factor. Okay, this is going to be closed off. You're going to alt click, hold alt and click on the stopwatch like that. It's going to bring up this. Now what you want to do is go up here and drag down your sound keys. Go to effects, sound keys, and then you want to go to the range number 1. Now range number 1 is what we converted to, as you remember on the commands, and you should have an output to the keyframes. Now what you want to do is go down here where you alt click on physics time factor. This little swirly thing is a pick whip, and basically you just want to drag. If you can just push up, up, up. This might take a little while. Just keep going, all the way up to that output that we saw up in our sound keys. So we're going to link this down, or up, sorry, to the output one, which is where our keyframes are. So you can click that, and at the end it's going to come up here. So you don't want to click away, because if you click off, it's going to keep it as it is. And we want to divide that by 7. So we want to divide the amount of particles by 7. Trust me, it's going to look a lot better. So if you have your particles at around 10 to 20, you're going to be safe. You have them at 100, you're going to be bombarded with a ton of particles. Alrighty, so let's check out what it looks like now. So let me just put this down. You can decrease everything, it's fine. Back to the project and RAM preview this really quick, and as you can see there, you can already see it works, and in my opinion it looks pretty cool. I can get more advanced into how to make better looking particles and all that stuff. If you'd like to see that, make sure you ask me. I'd like to do more After Effects tutorials. I love doing After Effects. Let's check it out. Now one more thing before we go back to Effect Controls, go back here to the sound keys, open it up, and go back down, or go to the spectrum adjustment. Now if you want to change, you can click apply again to reset the keyframes, and you'll have the red things to drag wherever you want, maybe boost some bass, whatever. If you want to change it, and then click apply again, it'll work just fine. That's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.